We're about to put Dr. Garner into ace now. Now, what our hope is that the process in the gel matrix prison will reduce his body's desire to change permanently into Lash. How close are we to finding a cure? We're very close, and I believe we're almost there. Well, close. I know this is not a good time, but it's about time that you show me your secret base, Coulson. Of course, it's unavoidable. But I was hoping that I know, but Talbot. I was hoping that Aiden Fitz Simmons can accompany Professor Max Modell back to your headquarters. I feel a lot better if they had a chance to examine how Dr. Garner's condition as well to make sure that things are legit, as well as determine if this cure. Yeah, really close after everything. You doubt that that my statement is genuine. Well, to be fair, you haven't really given us a good enough reason that what your deals are actually olive branch material. Fair enough. All right, then I'll inform Mr. Modell of the decision, and who's going to talk to May about to make sure that what she's to her decision is of leaving Lash to hands to these guys is the right one, not just yet, not just yet. She needs time to herself. What? What in the world? Security, what's going on there? What's on there? We don't know. Here he is, sir. It's a bomb. Sort of a bomb. We're having men taking it out now. Taking it out now. What the heck? What is how did this get here? Gee, hey, what is that? That ship has a mark on it. What does it say? It's Hydra. Shh. Take him down. Take him down. Hail Hydra. Hail Hydra. Take him down. Man, what's going on in there? And what's going on over there? It's Hydra. They're attacking our headquarters. What Hydra? What the? Hydra. What up? I'm here. We're on here. What's going on here? Wait, no. Someone released some sort of knockout gas in the facility. So we're going out of it. I know the schematics are not too similar to that of the base. I think I can read the pipes, the exhale of gas out sooner than later. Please, we gotta hurry. There's a lot of dangerous stuff in there that Hydra will get their hands on. Right. I'm down. Fan out. It should be here soon. It should be somewhere. There it is. Behold, gentlemen, my father's legacy. If one is so selfish, he could have been there to witness his greatest achievement. Be spread throughout the entire city, entire planet. But oh well, I guess that honor goes to the new heir of Hydra, Werner von Strucker. Let's pull out. Hello, fake ward. Sky. I was hoping to run into you. It's Daisy now, actually. Daisy Johnson. Of course. Of course. But you must understand, I still possess Grant Ward's memories, and his memories end with him only knowing you as Sky. The girl who was too much a coward, was too cowardly to help Ward fight off those Hydra goons, and preferred to hide in a shed. If you were Grant, you would know that it was his choice that I stayed behind while he fought off her. But you could have, but if you were a more decent fighter back then, you would have, and knowing you in your need to fight orders, you would have helped regardless. But no, you were too weak back then. This is you're weak now. I suggest you were very good. Let you say myself, pal, because you know I'm not that same girl anymore. No, you're quite right. You have power now. You can quake things As you're not Lord or Hider, your powers could be a benefit to our cause. I refuse using powers to hurt people. Hurt people. Oh, really? Well, really? Even just because you use your powers to help, is it that you can avoid hurting your people you care about? I assure you. I assure you. I'll prove to you. Starting with your new flame, Lincoln. How dare you mention him? I don't care. It's no secret that from what I witnessed in your past fights with him, that you two care deeply for each other. Tell me, does he know that before him long you were in love with me? I'm not in love. I was never in love with you. Ward, fall back. We got what we. Until next time, Agent Johnson. Agent Johnson. Damn it, we're too late. They already got it. What did they get, Talbot? What did Hyder steal from your from your vault? The death spore virus. What virus? After the Avengers arrested Strucker and took down and shut down Hyder operations Sokovia, World Security Council informed the energy clearance to infiltrate the base and recover any remaining assets that the Avengers weren't able to extract. So according to me and Fitz's findings from some of that the Avengers was able to get, it appears that this sport from the Avengers recovered from Sokovia. It appears that the death spore virus is supposed to be a virus created by Baron Wolfgang von Strucker, a disease that Baron Strucker was able to defeat back 8 days ago. It is, according to it appears that this death could be more dangerous than Ebola or any known disease imaginable, created something created by Baron Strucker's own DNA. If Hyder's ever find a way to release this disease out into a populated area, the deaths could be millions. Tyler, how could you keep something dangerous and not tell me? Hey, come on, Howard. You know that the Shield is best quality to handle such materials like this. And what Shield today, huh? Last thing I need coast is you X me on what I should do. The MAID is just capable of keeping dangerous technology and biological weapons off the hands of us. That's not the case, considering that that Hyde just sped off with the most deadliest virus ever created. Enough, both of you. Look, we just found common ground. We won't let the Hyde attack ruin that. Look, so let me assemble a team to hunt down Hydra and someone from releasing the spore virus out into a public. I'm trying to track him down. I sure that's a good idea. Daisy, one of those Hydra agents that were that infiltrated that base was Grant Ward. We know both know that wasn't Grant really Ward. That was a clone Hydra creator, but still, so look, it's no secret that you two had a relationship before. You know the real Ward perished in the hub. You may tell me that they prioritize my emotions. And I don't know my experience to do, but I'm sure I can keep my emotions in check and check to stop this time, to stop Hydra. All right then. All right, and with Bobby and Hunter gone, but with Bobby and Hunter, I don't sure if I can. Let me my team go. And Deathwalker, I saw from HQ that from some PsyOps facility, a cyber tech that Mike Pearson is fully recovered from the last attack. I'm sure he's itching for a rematch. All right. All right, Daisy. If you take the lead on this. Until then, we'll keep things going here. I'll take Tablet back to our base to give him a grand tour. Fitzsimmons, you remain here to you remain here to keep an eye on Dr. Garcia and determine if Max Waddell's cure actually pulls water. We'll do, Coulson. You can count on us. All right then. And I should go to. Actually, I think you should say that you come back with me back to base as well. You deserve to honor our Coulson. May please, please. You've been through a lot, and honestly, I don't think you're right, Headset. I think you need some time off. Okay. All right. All right. Fine. All right. Fine. So we're actually on my son. You found. Yes, Crystal, you've proven that you can handle yourself in a fight. I think it's about time that you got some more action. Finally, I can't believe it. If I ever, I suppose if there's room for one more, white tie. This means yes, I'm ready to join. After months considering, I decided to join your team. Besides, well, you two would find. I thought you could use someone like me on your team. What is that supposed to mean? Easy, easy, Dante. Huh? So you actually changed your mind. Well, I can't run away forever. Besides, if I join you guys, maybe you can help me keep these MID lackeys off my back. I'm sure we can work something out. All right. First, we'll make a quick stop back at Silas' facility and pick up Mr. Pearson. Miss Pearson to help us out. And what about Elena? Do you think she should be good? No, I don't think we should assemble all the secret wars just yet. Besides, I think she was busy helping a family matter. All right then. Daisy, wait, can you talk? I overheard you and Coulson fussing about Ward. Not the Ward that broke into that MID facility, but the Rio Grande Ward. Did something happen between you two? Look, Lincoln, now is not a good time. Look, probably summertime. We need to get ahead of this. All right. We're taking a Quinjet so that Coulson can keep his pride and joy. All right, team, let's move out. All right, yes. There's nothing to fear, my fellow councilmen. Everything is proceeding as we planned. Lash's recent attacks against the newly created Inhumans has forced certain parties to up their game. Again, Sheild and their Inhuman allies, desperate to collect as many Inhumans as they can and keep them safe in Atran or insist that they join their new team of Secret Warriors. The MARD rounding up as many Inhumans as they can as guinea pigs, as well as other organizations itching to capture as many new and created Inhumans for their own purposes. Well, do they know that they're actually working for us? Yes, Lash's caps being captured by Sheild does complicate things, but I assure you, my fellow councilmen, everything that will be at remedies can easily be fixed. Besides, I just received word that Hydra already attacked the MARD facility, recovering a deadly biotoxin, and that Agent Johnson has dispatched her and her Secret Warriors and said and made an attempt to retrieve the toxin. The toxin. Rest assure you. Rest assure you, my friends. Everything, my friends. Lash will once again return to our in no time. You have my word. Yes. You called for us. Boss. Yes. Welcome, welcome back, my children. It's so good that you have all taken time from your busy schedules to meet me after all this time. No, you gave us much choice in the matter. Hush, for Colisean. What is your bidding? Legacy. Legacy Lash has been captured by Sheild and is currently being held up in a MARD facility. I want you to break into it and retrieve Lash. You want us to free any human that desires to kill Inhumans, mainly those that were affected by the Terrigen Wave incident. You don't have to free Lash from his confinement right away. I will provide you with technology that will allow you to extract Lash from prison while still locked up in his little cage. So you don't have to worry about him attacking you in the process. What about the Inhumans that work for Sheild? The one led by this Inhuman called Daisy Johnson. Do not worry. I have just received word that Daisy Johnson and the rest of her team of secret warriors are currently going after Hydra after they stole a dangerous biological weapon from the MRD's secure vault. They'll be too occupied to deal with you, and if you do this smartly, you don't have to worry about. But there is one Inhuman that still remains. Still remains the one Inhuman called Karnak, one of the members of the Inhuman royal family. He could pull a threat, so I suggest you refrain from coming at him. From I heard, he is a very skilled fighter. Understood, Legacy. We will not fail you. See to it that you don't. That you don't. Yes. It's only a matter of time. Hey guys, miss me? Mike, good to see you up and running. I'll take that. I don't suppose that must be some sort of humor at my cybernetic party, Daisy. It might heavy. Mike, good to see you. Hey, hold on, you're new. I don't remember seeing you before. The name's White Tiger. Cross me and you get clawed. Your name's Ava. Don't worry, she's a bit of a handful, but she knows what she's doing. Right. Right. Alright, so fill me in. I'll fill me in. Well, all I know so far is that Hydra stole a dangerous bioweapon from the MARD facility. I'm guessing it's bad, right? Bad is just an understatement of that, Mike. We see a word. We see the communication. We intercepted a communication that Hydra sent to a UN a few minutes ago before you got on board, and just had this to say. And he had to say, greetings, United Nations. My name is Werner von Strucker, the son of Baron Wolfgang von Strucker. You thought that your so-called heroes completely eradicated Hydra's great leadership, but they managed to miss one key element, me, and I intend to finish what my father started by unleashing on again. In my possession, I possess the deadliest virus ever created, the Death Spore virus. The Spore virus. If you doubt its work, then allow me to demonstrate our new Hydra's new power. As this volunteer unwillingly decide to help us demonstrate the Death Spore virus's true potential. But just by a minor exposure, you'll notice that the virus is altering effect. In a close environment located that the Death Spore virus can infect, causing causing change to the skin, body, and so on. Causing instant death. And if she did remain in this highly confined prison, she would have instantly been able to automatically affect every person, including myself, in this room in a matter of seconds. It is my goal to release us in a highly populated area, and I calculate in a matter of seconds that the Death Spore virus will affect over a dozen a dozen innocent people, and if in a matter of hours, those that were infected through through air disposal will unknowingly infect any person. And you see all if anyone tries to interact with a person wearing any forms of medical protection gear that would normally protect people from your average virus, you'll see automatically see that, and it's you see, as you can see, this virus cannot be stopped. It cannot be contained. It cannot be cured. It truly is. You're doomed. And it's my goal to disperse the virus in one of the U.S. most populated cities. If you wish to avoid this catastrophe, I demand that you wireless automatically transfer over $1 million to Hydra's various different bank accounts all over the planet through electrified virtual transactions. Since if you meet my price, and if you transfer the money in a matter of time, we will call off our biological warfare. Refuse, and then you will have a serious pandemic on your hands. And I assure you, once that happens, no one will be able to survive. This kid can't be serious, right? If this virus is deadly, as I say, it's only a time before their people get infected too, if they release it in a populated area. Yeah, well, I'm afraid. Well, based on Hydra's current momentum, it's highly doubtful that they won't take that risk. And I have a feeling, and co-sign, I believe that even if the road leaders do meet Hydra's demands, they'll release the virus regardless. So basically, we're the only thing that stands in their way from destruction. Yeah, and I don't want that virus. That's not my son. And I doubt my cybernetic will help me hope that from affecting my organic body parts. Yes. I'm beginning to reconsider joining the Secret Warriors team. Yeah, Daisy, look, what's the plan here? What's the plan here? It's just us. Look, I know you're scared. I know that you probably feel like that you have no business being here. And after how our last mission went it hides, but I believe that together we can pull it off. Besides, I have me and my old team overcame great odds when it was just the four of us when we first started going after Hydra. Back before Coulson was given the title of being new director of Sheild. Before he began his quest to rebuild Sheild, it was only the four of us, and we felt but he told us that day that a wise man once told him that when one realizes that he's part of something bigger than himself and he's one of others, they can do anything. He can change the world, and I believe that together we can do that. So, who wants to change the world? Let's do it. I did exactly as you. I did exactly as you foretold, Mr. Gideon Malik. I threatened the world security by releasing, and my men and I are already on the verge of releasing the virus. Within amongst people in New York in a matter of seconds. Well done, Werner. Well done, Werner. You're threatening to use. You're threatening your ability to threaten the scare into panic is working perfectly. It's working perfectly. There's unrest amongst the United Nations capital. Neville, what's the value of the time you need to, at least for real? You are doing well. You've proven that you are just as evil as your father. Respectfully, Gideon, don't compare me. I have nothing to do with my father, Lacey. I am doing this for me and my future, of course. Continue Hydra's good work, my dear Warner. Make Hydra proud. Just a quick question. Quick question. If it's quick. Just a quick question. If the question, if we are actually going to release the virus, whether the United Nations meet our demands or not, or not, what will stop the virus from infecting Hydra as well? Do not worry. My father already took the liberty of creating a cure for desperate virus that he only intends to give to us Hydra personnel. If you take this before the virus gets released into the atmosphere, that's where you'll be immune. And why is it still on Shield? Because the cure is already made in a different Hydra facility that was under Malk's protection. That was under Malk's protection before he completed Desperate Virus and before the Avengers infiltrated Sokovia. So all of Hydra is basically immune, while the rest of the world isn't. Impressive. Just make sure that you keep Shield off our back with pleasure. Did you? Good. I made a good speech on it, but how are you supposed to know via what city that Hydra is planning on releasing the toxin? That way ahead of you, Mike is coordinating with Ethan Fitz right now to determine the best location where Hydra will release the virus. Well, at first we were thinking New York City because New York City is one of the most greatest cities on Earth. But it's not. But in Hydra's, but in our current, based on New York's current trajectory, it's too far from any local Hydra facility that hasn't. Any facility that any Hydra facility that is still under their control and not under the protection of the Avengers or the U.S. government or U.S. government forces. At least only this Hydra base and the closest and the only Hydra base that's under that we know is still under Hydra's control that's located to a major city is the one located a few miles from the city of Las Vegas. Vegas, I always wanted to visit Las Vegas. I heard that's one of the most greatest, that's one of the greatest cities ever. No, because it's basically like a bunch of cities crammed in one. Yeah, but unless you enjoy gambling your money away. What's gambling? That's gambling. That's probably why you don't know, kid. No, princess. Yes. And you know for sure that Hydra's brief. The one way to find out. Mike, make sure that we said go to Las Vegas once. Will do, Agent Johnson. So as you can see, both Shield and the MAJ were successful. So in capturing last that we've just recently is Agent Linda May's ex-husband and runner. I am pleased that monster is now about to. But it's a shame to hear that Lash is actually a man. That Linda May. It's a shame. I actually admired Agent May. Her fighting spirit is almost like any inhuman. Don't you agree, my king? My king. Yes, what is Flash's current business? I mean, Dr. Gardner's current. So he's currently held up in the MARJ facility, overseen by Max Modell and Agent Fitz and Simmons. But there's something else you should know. Max Modell also claims that he has developed an inhuman cure. An inhuman cure? That's impossible. Are you sure? Yes. He hasn't announced released the information about the cure to the public yet, but according to Agent Coulson, he strongly believes that he's close to creating a fully automated cure. I see. Such news could develop unrest amongst the people of Inhumans, not just in the Frozen Type, but especially here in Atalan. 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 If this cure really is, and word gets out, it could try and convince any Inhuman, all Inhumans, not just like Atalan, that this cure could help them. That could cause a serious to our people. Our people. We have all. Yes, Coulson already displayed his concerns with Mr. Modell, and they assured him that this cure is completely voluntary. Any Inhuman who does not wish to be have these powers anymore is welcome to anyone who does not want the cure. Will not force to get it, unless they are the inhumans that have used their powers for no more than cause chaotic destruction. I see. This is truly concerning news, indeed, Karnak. Thank you for your report. We must inform the rest of the royal family at once. Of course, Queen Medusa, King Backfold. King Backfold. General Talbot, welcome to Sheild. Welcome to our new HQ. Well, I'll be darned. I've been searching for this space for months, and all this time I was right under my nose in my own backyard. I can't believe I never considered looking in a location that's close to a so-called low maintenance bar. Bar. What can I say? Fury knows how to hide his secret bases. No, don't be so too much, Talbot. We are sure after all. We all know how to keep our a secret. All right, Colson, give me the grand tour. Show me what. Well, here you have the main hangar area where we keep the bus and all of our Quinjets that we've managed to that you people are nice to let us have again. And over here we have our main monitors in my office where I see you started to keep your nice thing. Next, and here we have all. It's basically no different. I must admit, Colson, you have a nice little operation here. Operation. Yeah. But tell me, does Sheild still possess the gifted index file? Get the one out. Don't play dumb with me, Colson. We all know that Sheild has their own list of enhanced people that and if so, I'm here on behalf of the United Nations. We insist that we have it back. Really? I thought that anything we too busy trying to deal with what to do in case of a massive new pandemic pops up again. Well, again, considering that high this now, though, well, if your people as good as you say they are, from the right names, we don't have to worry about that. I guess. Oh, do you? I get. So, this we have to admit, Mr. Modell, this is quite the operation of your. How do you? What kind of sometimes that you use as the gel matrix for these prisons? It's quite simple, really, Agent Fitz. We use a polymorphic substance that we created based on synthetic acid that we acquired years ago from an old Weapon X facility, and that they use when they do experiments. You mean like the similar sometimes that Stryker used to create the tube that where he placed Wolverine when he received the adamantium injections? Exactly. Exactly. Basically, think of it as you know how animals bury themselves in a den surrounded by leaves and tries to help keep their body warm while being asleep for so long during the cold winter. It's basically like that, keeping their bodies in a combination of hot and cold warm temperature to ease body sleep as well as disease. As well, it helps as well as prevents any inhuman powers from hurting either themselves or the people around them. If this is true, it's an intriguing piece of technology. But what we want to know is the cure. Do you have a sample? I do. Here it is. The solution to the inhuman problem. Although I would be willing to consider this a problem more like a certain situation needs to be dealt with. Of course, I mean, no disrespect to your friend and her people. How does cure work exactly? It's quite simple, really. So tell me. Tell me. After years, I'm sure you were sort of that after certain humans get in contact with the mist and develop their powers, new cells pop up in the current cell structure that they were born with. Of course, I recognized the same point when I first studied Raina and Daisy's blood, and Daisy's blood after they went through the change. Well, basically the cure is designed to target those newly created cells and inhibit them, like how the inhibitor inhibits a human mutant's abilities. It kind of works the same way. It kind of works the same way as the mutant cure would have worked if when Mr. Worthington was able to get the put the cure in market before that incident happened with the Brotherhood. But and does this cure really just work cure in humans of recognition? What about mutants? I have been thinking I have working to create to expand on that to work for mutants as well, for those mutants that too desire to be cured of their disease, if they desire, of course. But right now I'm in the beta phase. There's still much testing that needs to be done before it'll be ready to be tested on a live subject, of course. Of course, but since you're here, perhaps you can help me with that. We're only here to keep an eye on Dr. Gunner. Well, but we could. I'm sure with my. But I thought call somebody. But come on, don't tell me. But I thought we were past all of this after we went. These powers were natural. Yes, but still, there's plenty of inhumans out there that would rather live normal lives than live with these powers, like Dante. I signed to help those people that choose. I wish to have a normal life again. I told you, come on, we'll be happy to help. Great then, I'll be on their way. We arrived at the facility. Alright, you remember the plan. Plan call. Half of us will cause Star Wars to infiltrate and extract extract Lash. I remember, this hasn't. Yes, sir.